The Palmetto Bowl has had its moments over the years. Ranked matchups, massive upsets, even a fight or two. It's a rivalry game that has defined both of these programs for generations. Death Valley, Clemson Memorial Stadium. It's the South Carolina Gamecocks and the Clemson Tigers. Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Guys, catching up with Coach Shane Beamer before the game. He understands everything is on the line in this rivalry matchup. He had a conversation with his team with the conference championship and the playoffs on the line. They have to keep their poise and composure. They can't let a rivalry game knock them off their path. We'll see how composed his team can play today. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So South Carolina's offense will have the football first. Clemson just put a beat down on the Gamecocks the last time these two met.
Yeah, it wasn't even close. And Clemson's talent being far superior, dominated, cocky, they got to have an answer this time, Jesse. They were embarrassed a year ago.
South Carolina just has to start faster. You're not going to beat a team like Clemson with all of their athletes if you're sleepwalking out of the tunnel.
Running inside, it's Clark. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Touchdown, Tiger. The defense gets it done with a huge interception return.
I mean, you talk about coming out of the defense and setting the tone and letting them know it's going to be a long game. Let's do this. How about a pick six on the first possession? Nice job by the defense coming out and striking first in this ball game.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it.
He's going to take a shot right away. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line in this one.
And you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high. Like, you could tell they were ready for...
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
This definitely isn't the start they drew up. I mean, you already throw a pick six, now you get sacked. Man, they're going to have to find a way to settle this quarterback down, get something going offensively. So far, not a lot of positives to point to.
Beneath the shadow of Howard's Rock, Death Valley is rocking, trying to help the Tigers on third down. Sellers through the noise. Extending the play. Oh, what a cut! And he's not going to be able to convert. Knocked down just inches shy of the first down. And the Gamecocks send out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Puts a boot to it. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week. Only called on twice. He got nothing on the return. Outstanding job there. The Tigers offense will come out to go on the attack for the first time. And we get our first look at Christopher Vecina. Man, he... razor-sharp last time out, completed better than 70% of his passes, throwing for 200-plus yards. Nowhere to go on that one. He's going to lose 5.
Well, the offense is running towards the open grass, right? They're going toss play to the field, but way too much penetration defensively, forcing that tackle for loss.
Lost 5 on that first play, and now it's 2nd and 15. The throw on 2nd down, and they need a lot. They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. No, sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
You know, this linebacker is a special player because not only is he good making tackles in the open field, this guy can cover, and you saw a great example of it with that running back.
Left side is Brown. Makes his way to the 17, but not enough for the first down. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. He'll try to really get into this one. Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. And they'll stop him right there on the return. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. This offense has been stagnant so far. 1-2-3 kick the last time they had the ball, and this time really needing to get a score. And he got 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 5 coming.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
Straight ahead, it's McAllister. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup. They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Speeding down the left side. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Tiger!
And the defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the first quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Palmer, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go, and this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in a game.
The returner will field it and try to get some field position. Couldn't find room for the big play. He'll be stopped after a short return. It's a coverage unit right on top of it. Holly, what update do you have for it?
Hey guys, down here on the South Carolina sideline, I can see a lot of conversations happening between the offensive line and the running back. They just haven't been able to get the ground game going. They're talking about he has got to be more patient, and they have got to give more of a push up front. The crowd is making it hard, though. I can tell you it is hard to hear as they try to struggle and communicate. We'll see if they're able to come together against this very hostile crowd. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. Pulls it. Breaks into the open. He just has a nose for those little crevices to be able to find space, and he picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Play fake, Sellers. Fires complete on the crosser. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. The Gamecocks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Out wide left, it's Harbor. And he delivers the stiff arm for a solid pickup on the play. And the Gamecocks with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Caught on the RPO. They'll make the stop at the 42. It's a pickup of 5, and that will be enough for a first down.
And I think it's safe to say Lenoris Sellers, David, probably one of the most polarizing players in all of college football. You've seen how special and freakishly talented this guy is with his ability not just throwing the football, but running it, The strength, the size, the power, and more than anything, what we saw a year ago was his ability to avoid sacks and avoid negative plays. I know this. He doesn't have a chance unless this offensive line gets a lot better, but they believe they've built that up. And if that's the case, this could be a very special year for South Carolina.
Well, and let's be honest, this is where they spent their money in the offseason. They wanted to fortify the offensive line. They brought in Kendall Browse at the coordinator spot. They did everything they could to build around this young man. LaNorris Sellers' talent is through the roof. We know it. Big, strong, can throw it. Now the pieces around him, a big... coming for this big young man.
So first down here as they go back to work. Might as well give it to him again. Knocked down immediately.
And just nowhere to go for that runner. He had no choice. That defense, they were bringing it up front. Everybody winning their one-on-ones, and they completely had him surrounded.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Sellers. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
We all want to push the ball down the field, down the field, down the field. But when you can dump it off to your running back and still make 10-plus yards, man, it makes you look like a really good play caller.
Here he goes. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it at the 12.
And I think that's exactly what we're going to need to see from this offense, man. Once the field starts to shrink, you get on this side of the field, you're down by 10 points, man. You need to put the ball in the end zone. Like, you're thinking touchdown, not field goal. And they really got to be physical, establish this run game, and do everything they can to get 7 on this drive.
Let's see if this offense can answer the bell. Their coaches challenged them all week long. When they got down to the red zone, we've got to be able to run the football because we're going up against a top 10 rushing defense. Let's see if they can step up here and get it done.
Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big third down conversion by this offense.
Nothing doing. He is stopped short of the goal line.
The best red zone offenses are the ones who can run the ball in this area, but that's a tough ask today, especially against this unit. One of the best 5 defenses in the nation stopping the run. This is a...
And he's in! Touchdown, Gamecocks!
And at first you don't succeed, you try again, right? Give it right back to him, man. They tried to be physical on first down. He didn't punch it in. I love that they came right back to him. Up front, a better job blocking, created just a little bit of a hole, and that's all he needed to run through.
Ready to try the point after. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown.
Number 24, set to advance on the football.
He'll bring it out. It's Burrows. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down. This rivalry dates back to 1896. It's been a little bizarre with the chicken curse, and it's a bit unusual, too, because the state school, South Carolina, isn't the perennial football power.
Nah, but it's kind of had its ebbs and flows a little bit back and forth. Some great coaches on both sides, but the in-state hate is beautiful.
You know, there's a lot of great rivalries, especially down in the South and the Deep South. This is one of the better ones, though, because you just never know what the outcome is going to be.
They drag him down, but not before he picks up a Clemson first down.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on third down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play, moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Ton of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Shoots it to the left. And it's knocked away, incomplete on 3rd down. Clemson will send the punt team out. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Not a lot of room to make this catch. And the returner is stopped. Let's see what Holly Rowe has for us on the sideline.
Down here on the Gamecocks sideline, there is a lot of conversation happening about better communication. This crowd is making it so difficult, already creating several turnovers early in this game. The defense is feeding off it, the crowd is feeding off it, and they've got their backs against the wall in a hostile environment. They've got to clean it up here to keep alive in this game. Guys?
All right, Holly. Whistle blows, and this is the 2-minute timeout, and these guys have a chance to take the lead before halftime. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Throwing, Sellers. Reels it in. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the 1st down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that 1st down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
The Gamecocks now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Dropping back, it's Sellers. Left side, it's Harbor. He's down right there, short gain on the grab.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
Right down the middle. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. Offenses gain momentum with 3rd down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
And the Gamecocks getting set on 1st and 10. Here's Sellers to throw. Gets open down the middle. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Timeout called here by South Carolina. That'll be their 2nd. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this 1st half. The Gamecocks, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Sellers to the air again. Out wide right, it's Bennett. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Setting up the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. Sellers from the gun on 3rd down. Touchdown, Gamecocks! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
That is exactly how you want to end halves. Put a drive together, score the touchdown, a chance to tie this up, and take all the momentum into halftime.
And the point after is good. An impressive 66-yard touchdown drive. And they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out.
Number 24, set to kick this one away.
Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Final seconds of the 1st half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. Going to the running game. crosses the 35. Well, so much for running out the clock. You get a huge play like that and you're set up maybe to put points on the board before the break. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Drops back on first down. Looking down the middle. Pass is incomplete and half comes to a close on that play. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
A lot of scoreboard watching today, fellas, but fear not, Week 13, we've got you covered here on the College Football Update Show. Let's begin with the West Virginia Mountaineers taking on the number 10 team, the Utah Utes.
On the move from inside his 5. He'll be stopped just short of the 25-yard line. They'll mark it at the 24, and good work by the coverage unit. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better.
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
Oh, that's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect him well enough.
Going to field this one in tight quarters. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Holly Rowe has an update.
Hey guys, down here on the South Carolina sideline, there have been so many momentum swings here in this game, but right now it is all offense. They have been able to answer here to start the second half, and now they get another opportunity. I can definitely sense the chemistry and energy rising here on the sideline. I'll keep you posted if they're able to keep that going here in the game. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Sellers. They're all over it. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Rid of it on the RPO. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
Sellers from the gun on 3rd down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. And the Gamecocks will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And it looks as if this one's going to carry into the end zone for a touchback. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Lines are crease. It's Davidson. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23. The game, originally held during the State Fair in Columbia as Big Thursday, was officially named the Palmetto Bowl in 2014. The trophy came a year later, replacing the old Hardee's Bowl trophy.
Very apropos. A silver palm tree for the Palmetto Bowl. That makes sense, David. This is the biggest sporting event in the state of South Carolina. I know this is a game that you and I have really...
Looking to take a shot. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
And this offense is just, they've struggled to get in a rhythm. And I like they take a shot down the field, but interested to see how they can maybe get some easy completions for this quarterback.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
Hand goes into the air for the fair catch, and the catch is made around the 40. South Carolina's offense heads out to get this drive started. They dug themselves out of a 14-0 hole, and now a chance to take the lead on this drive. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
And sometimes you see great shooters, and they get on fire, and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
Throwing, Sellers. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
From the gun on third down, Sellers. Bought a little time, lets it go. Finds his man. That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48. The Gamecocks come to the line with a new set of downs. They send the tight end in motion. Lost to throw again. Rush is on. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
The bad news is it's incomplete, but the good news was the quarterback, I think, made the right decision that time, actually throwing it away. He's been burned a couple times early in this one with some picks in this game, and so that time, instead of trying to force the play and make something happen out of nothing, he just throws it away. The defense wins that down. You live to play another day.
It's getting loud in here, and they may raise the dues on Ipte if they can stop him on third down. Now here's Sellers. Out wide left, it's Bennett. Third down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. And the Gamecocks have this offense rolling. They go play action with Sellers. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
Well, the offense trying to stay aggressive, right? You just came up with a huge play, and right away you go back to another pass. But you got to do a better job protecting your quarterback. Can't give up a sack.
That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's second and long here. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. Sellers lined up in the gun on third down. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
Third and long situation, we're bringing an extra DB on the field. We're telling our front guys to pin your ears back and go get the QB, and they get the job done.
They punt it away on fourth down. And the return man will have no chance as the ball sails out of bounds. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. Very close to putting a bow on this one. Gives us a minute to check out the top 25 here in the final week of the season and to wonder what type of impact this result will have on these rankings. Can't wait to see how this fourth quarter is going to go and see who can come out on top in this barn burner. So the final starts with a second down play. Handoff again. Oh, he's got some space. Past the 50, the 40, at the 20. Touchdown, Clemson. And they've moved out front here in the fourth. On to attempt the try. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. And that last drive didn't take long, just 2 plays to get it in. And the points came courtesy of that 80-yard run to the house. And he's coming out of the end zone. He's brought down at the 16, would have been much better off to take the touchback. Let's go to the sideline in Holly Road.
Down here on the Gamecock sideline, I can see a developing situation with their quarterback and the coaches. Their QB has struggled here today with the turnovers, and there's a lot of conversation. They're showing him those mistakes on the film, trying to get him to see what he's missing. They want to get some confidence built back up in this quarterback, but right now he's shaking his head like, I've got this, I've got this. We'll see if he really does here to take the field. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. Here's Sellers to throw. Right side, it's Clark.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody in bounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this. Be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
Bought a little time, lets it go. He's got it. They'll move those chains, getting... 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Sellers on the play action. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football. Will be 2nd down.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
And as a quarterback, when you're facing man coverage, you've got to find your best one-on-one matchup. That receiver did a tremendous job. Quickness, changing direction, out of his break, able to create separation. There was no question the quarterback was going to target that receiver on that play.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Sellers from the gun on third down. Pulls it in. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that play.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Hits inside. It's McAllister. Brought down at the 26-yard line after a pickup of 10 yards on the play, and it'll be a first down. The Gamecocks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Sellers spits it out to the back. Makes the grab. Touchdown, South Carolina! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Setting up for the extra point and the tie.
And that's why this running back is so dangerous. It's not just handing him off the football, but he's a weapon in the passing game. You see his ability to catch it, turn upfield, make people miss, and find the end zone.
And he knocks it through for the tie here in the fourth quarter. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Tie game, fourth quarter, plenty of time to work with, exactly where you want to be in this one. Snags it quickly on the left. On the move at the 30. It's a seam wide open. The 30. He's at the top. Touchdown, Tiger. And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth.
And that's what makes this guy so dangerous. You get him the ball early, and he can do all the work after the catch. Phenomenal job in the open field. Uses the speed. It's a long touchdown. Man, it feels like an earthquake just went off here.
And it's so nice to have that guy that you can find, and he can make all that damage after the catch. And I tell you what, as a defense, you got to respect it. You got to get more eyeballs on him and more attention to him.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Let's check in with Holly Rowe.
Hey guys, down here on the South Carolina sideline, this defense has been the star of the show today. The offense has had their back against the wall, and now is the moment. They've got to come alive. They are trailing in this game, and I could see them talking to each other before they take the field for this drive. Now is their moment. They feel it, and they're trying to get each other hyped up and ready to go for this possession. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. Defender got... a little handsy with that jersey, and it'll cost you. 3 yards. First down for the offense after that penalty. Throwing, Sellers. Out wide right, it's Tuggle. Couldn't find any more room up the sideline, and he's pushed out of bounds at the 36. And the Gamecocks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. He'll be dragged to the ground, but it'll be a first down.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Can't hold on in the face of the contact.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
This one's complete, and there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately.
Great job by the quarterback there. He saw the safety bite on the run fake. So as the safety comes running downhill, he now knows he has the slant throw to his receiver on the outside.
Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Sellers through the noise. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. This late in the game, there's really no question about it. To have any chance to tie this thing up, they have to convert here on 4th down. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. Let's go down to the sideline and Holly Rowe.
Here on the Tigers sideline, the guys on the sideline are really talking about what's at stake right now. We know these 2 top 15 teams have an opportunity to get to the college football playoff late in the season, but right now is their opportunity to make some noise. Everybody. A lot of excitement and momentum. We'll see if they're able to finish out this game strong. I'll keep you posted on how they're doing down here on the field. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. They're lining up on 1st and 10 from the 38. They'll give it to him again. Pass to Simmons. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 for the first down. The Gamecocks take a timeout. That's their last one. And they're really frustrated having to use that after giving up the first down. Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. This time they stop him in the backfield, and that has been a rare sight in this game tonight.
And this situation here on second down is the exact situation this offense wanted to stay out of. You got the lead late in the ball game. You want to get positive yards, keep that clock ticking. Now in a situation, it's interesting. Do they want to throw the football? How much do they trust their quarterback not to make a mistake here late in the football game with the lead?
He stopped in his tracks, and at least they didn't lose yardage on this one.
And that's exactly what I want from my offense. Like, listen, they're out of timeouts. I want this clock to tick. Now, we have seen some college coaches across college football continue to run the football and also give up the football and give a gift to the other team. This one's over if I just take a knee.
No more room to run as this defense rises up on third down, and now it's fourth down from the 22.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They finally forced the fourth down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big fourth down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
South Carolina did a lot of crowing before the game, but as it turns out, the chicken curse is alive and well as Clemson wins the Palmetto Showdown. This has been a presentation